Hello, my name is Don Pitzer, and you have been directed to this presentation through a variety of medias. And what I'm going to do for you is show you very quickly how we can pay down a primary mortgage at an incredibly accelerated rate. There are programs out there that allow us to do that. The concept of a biweekly mortgage is one of those. And through a biweekly program, you make 26 half payments or 26 payments every other week. And the net result through the year is you make 13 full payments, one applied directly to principal at the end of the year. This program utilizes that bet at an extremely accelerated rate, because in a biweekly program you're always using your money. I'm going to show you a concept where we can leverage the bank's money to accomplish a result at an even more accelerated rate. There are three basic components of that. Obviously, we have to have our mortgage. And if we would take just a standard mortgage of $200,000 in a 30-year fixed program at 6%, the payment on that mortgage is going to be $1,199.10, but we're just going to round it to $1,200 for simplicity. The second part of this program utilizes something that quite a few folks have today, called a home equity line of credit, or a HELOC for short. It's interesting to note at this point that the way the bank calculates interest between a typical mortgage and a home equity line of credit are totally different. A mortgage is what they call a closed-end loan, where the bank is going to apply interest and principal on a one-day-a-month basis. Where a home equity line of credit, interest is going to be calculated on a daily unpaid balance within that account. They would average that out over a 30-day period, and that's how they calculate the interest. The third part of this program is a checking account. Just about everyone has one. And people will use a checking account for a variety of reasons. Typically, the most common way is that's how they manage their finances. Paychecks come in, either people go to the bank to deposit their check or on an auto deposit, whichever the case may be, but the net result is money ends up in a checking account and people manage their life out of that. So let's just say that our client has a net monthly income of $5,000 and they get paid twice a month on the 1st and the 15th, with each check netting $2,500. What United First Financial has done is they've developed a proprietary software, a web-based software that combines the home equity line of credit with your checking account into what they call a money merger account, or an MMA for short. Let me just give you a real quick example of how this system works. On the first day of the month, let's just look at typical things happening within this system. The home equity line of credit through the MMA would tell the client to transfer X number of dollars. Let's just use $5,000. Transfer $5,000 from your home equity line of credit payable to your primary mortgage principal only. So we establish a loan within the home equity line of credit of $5,000. And you might think, well, that doesn't make sense. Why would you transfer money at, say, 12% to pay off money at 6%? Well, through the use of this program, we're going to show you how to cancel the vast majority, if not all, of that interest. Interest is going to be calculated here by the bank taking the unpaid balance, and let's just say, for example, $5,000 times 12%, which would be $600, divided by 12 months a year, would be a payment of $50 on a monthly basis. That's what the bank would look for to require or to service that debt. But we also get paid on the first of the month. $2,500 would enter our checking account, and rather than leave that money in the checking account, let's transfer it to the home equity line of credit. That's going to accomplish two things. Number one, it's going to reduce the unpaid balance by half, but also it is going to meet the bank's requirement for the servicing of that debt for that 30-day period or for that month. And we never have to write a check for $50. It's kind of interesting. So we're going to cancel the majority of the interest and the payment that the bank would look for just by the manipulation of the money within the accounts. We're going to meet that requirement. So on the 15th of the month, we have another check coming in. We're going to transfer that over as well. So we've taken the $5,000 out, but we've put in $5,000 as well. No, in addition to that, people are going to manage their life. They're going to pay all their bills, utilities and groceries and whatever the responsibilities they have for the month are. And let's just say, for example, that's a $4,000 expense, and let's just call it living expenses. So kind of summarize what happened in a month. We've transferred $5,000 out of our home equity line of credit payable to our principal mortgage. We've taken out $4,000 for our living expenses, and we've put in $5,000. So the net result is on the 30th of the month, or the end of the month, we now have a balance in this account of $4,000. Note that we never made a payment. We never did anything other than allowing our discretionary income, rather than sitting in our checking account, to sit in our home equity line of credit. The bank doesn't pay us any money to sit in our checking account, but while it sits here in the home equity line of credit, it reduces or cancels a significant amount of interest, and that's a key component to this program. Let's just say, for example, in month 2, we repeat the same process. We have $5,000 coming in, $4,000 going out, but let's not put any extra on the account. The Money Merge account will tell us when to do that. So at the end of month 2 now, we have a balance in this account of $3,000. And if we would duplicate that process again in month 3, we would have a balance of $2,000. The Money Merge account, by now, the software has learned your lifestyle. It has adjusted and recognizes when you have money coming in and when you have disbursements going out. It also recognizes that the bank will never allow us to use a home equity line of credit as a savings account and never allow that balance to drop below 0. The software comes online and says, Mr. Client, what we would like you to do is transfer another X number of dollars, let's call it another $5,000, payable from our home equity line of credit to our principal mortgage, and the process simply repeats itself over and over again. That way we can utilize someone else's money, the bank's money, through the home equity line of credit. Now, we do collateralize it with our homes, and we are responsible for it, but just through the manipulation of the accounts, we can meet the requirements, use the home equity line of credit, not have to change our lifestyle, not have to change our cash flow, and we can get an accelerated result. That's how we can take a 30-year mortgage and pay it off in as little as 8 to 10 years. If you'd like some further information, please get back to the person that referred you to this presentation, and we'd love to be able to run a proposal for you. With that being said, you have a great day.